The clapping obviously carried on, didn't it? The 8 p.m. thing when we did have physical dates. Me were intimate, me and my girlfriend, and I know we finished at 8 because
The first lockdown was mad.
Oh,
For the sun.
mate,
It was just this bizarre.
But
Don't get Matt Letizia started on it, but yeah. Have you ever seen that video? It's extraordinary. I mean,
wait, which one?
well, yeah, but
Which one?
I think the gist of it is that his implication is that the government controlled the weather so that during the first lockdown the weather was good. Coincidence? That's what he says. But anyway,
he's gone that far.
Yeah.
But those free kicks, man.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like it's classic Michael Jackson, isn't it? Like, but if you listen to Off the Wall, the clapping for the NHS, I have obviously because my wife's a doctor, so it sort of had this kind of sort of bizarre, particularly right at the very beginning when you didn't really know what this war was, like how dangerous it was, So yeah, I found that incredibly special.
Yeah.
And then after like 4 weeks, people were like, "Should we stop it now?"
Yeah.
Very.
It was.
That's the funny thing is that you've got like doctors and nurses and hospital staff that they never had that break.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like their jobs were so.
Yeah, same with my
hard.
mum. She was driving the nurses around.
Oh, was she? Right.
Yeah, she was working for Uber at the time.
Was she? Right. Yeah.
Wanted to, voluntarily, obviously.
Yeah. It's fascinating, man.
Yeah, it was something.
What can you remember the first thing you did post lockdown? Like when you were out, can you remember the first?
Yeah. Well, I just met my now girlfriend.
Right.
So I just went and saw her probably.
What had you sort of connected throughout the lockdown?
Yeah, we had our first few dates on Zoom.
Oh, really?
And then it was like after obviously restrictions lifted or whatever, then we got pretty close.
How did you do the first?
No masks.
Yeah. Do our test first.
Do you know what's funny? Hold on. You know what's funny? Do you know what's funny?
Yeah, exactly. Just make sure.
Yeah, literally.
But as soon as on
one line,
as soon as there's one line, you're in fucking.
You know what's funny though is I was going to say it because it's actually obviously for serious intent, but the clapping obviously carried on, didn't it? The 8 p.m. thing for a while, and actually I remember vividly on one of when we did have physical dates, we had. Me were intimate, and my girlfriend, and I know we finished at 8 because
so it felt like the world was applauding you.
Oh,
we finished,
and everyone's just like
that. Everyone, and before I figured out what was happening, I was like, "What in the Truman Show?"
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I told you we were right to do it in the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, that was 7:30, and at 8 o'clock.
You're right. The Earth did move. That's extraordinary.
It's meant to be, no, but genuinely, it was. And for a second, we're like, "What the fuck?" Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
that's incredible.
Anyway,
what a fantastic noise to cover a queef. What? What is the next brilliant thing?
A good television series title sequence.
Well, this is very interesting because I would argue that like something like Game of Thrones.
Oh, it's not my favourite.
But what I'm saying is, it is long. But now, I mean, your all-time one, I would say, bum 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 ba ba da bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum from Curb Your Enthusiasm, because
that wasn't good.
But, all right.
But Curb, that music makes me feel warm inside.
Yeah, but it's one of the. I would argue that theme to music now has been destroyed with 2 words, and those words are skip intro. So it has to be so good before you.
Yeah. But this is my point though. But this is my point though, is there are some television title sequences that are so good that I will not skip intro. That's the thing.
Got yourself a gun.
So that's up there.
Yep.
Should we start listing them?
Yeah, we can.
Sopranos is the bad boy one, right? That's by the Brixton 3.
Alabama
3 from Brixton.
Fabulous band.
Thank you.
When you walk through the water.
So with The Wire, is that the Tom Waits one? Because
yeah.
the beautiful thing about The Wire is they changed.
And they're all good.
They changed the version of the song every series. Ugh. So you had like a hip hop version in season 3, I think, which is pretty bad boy. Tom Waits did
Way down in the
season
hole.
2. Yeah. I'm yet to see a visual be done well without good music.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? I haven't like. Okay, obviously Severance has completely blown that out of the water.
Boom 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 Mad Men.
Oh, RJD2.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that is unbelievable. Falling down the.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Mad Men's great.
Yep.
Severance though with the. Mad Men's amazing.
Succession.
Succession's brilliant. Succession's another.
Boom, bling.
It's like a pub version of Buzzcocks. Everyone's just sort of there.
No, we should have done. I should have done it, and then you had to guess what it was. One that blew my mind, which is lesser known, is The Bridge. Have you heard of The Bridge?
Yeah, that's the Scandinavian crime
it's-
series. Yeah.
I think it's like Norwegian Danish. The
Right.
whole concept is that a murder occurs with a body half
On
it's
the
on the bridge.
board,
That is it.
On
is
the
it Norway or
border.
Sweden and Sweden and Denmark.
Sweden and Denmark.
Yeah, and that main character, both those main detectives are incredible. By the way, it got remade. It's like The Tunnel, Britain, and it was like the other one in
Calais and
Mexico.
Folkestone.
Yeah, so
Did yeah, fucking hell.
but they're the original unreal, and that theme tune. I remember watching it after breakup. Actually, that whole first series, and it just, I think it's by Choir of the Non-Believers. And it is just, I would listen to that every time. It's such a beautiful piece of music.
What a great name for a choir.
It goes starting and falling down. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Luther, Paradise Circus by Massive Attack. Incredible title sequence.
Yeah.
It's really important. That would be my most, if I am to ever write a TV series, I'm like, right, 2 days worth of consideration on what at least, and then obviously.
Do you think the Rembrandts ever thought about, when they kind of wrote that song?
Are you talking about Friends?
Yeah.
You know they took a buyout.
No shit. Did they?
Let me double check.
Oh my
I know,
God.
I
That
know.
hurts. That really hurts.
Yeah, but when you get told, oh, do you want to put a song for this pilot? In America, they do pilots every other week.
Yeah. Oh man. Bloody hell. This is such a fascinating chat. I'm just wondering what was
Russell,
put in our drink.
can I say, I've actually watched you for almost, not all my life, actually, sorry.
It's strange, eh?
It's really great. Thank you for having me on
thanks
this
for coming
podcast.
on.
I'm glad that you finally ran out of guests.
It's no, we're glad to have you on, but it's that funny thing.
It's exciting to have two ADHD people in the same room.
Yeah, fucking
You ADHD?
right.
No way.
That's what makes me laugh. You see it a lot in comedy. You'll see a comedian go up and say, "I've got ADHD," and crowds. My thing is, how the fuck are you surprised?
Yeah.
As an audience,
Yeah.
that it's like a footballer going, "I've got muscles in my legs." It's like surely that's
know.
the skill, isn't
know.
it?